How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Roy Jones. It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Sugar Ray.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Pensacola, Florida, here is a middleweight, a super middleweight, a light heavyweight, and a heavyweight champion of the world, Roy Jones Jr. Fighting out of the blue corner, presenting one of the all-time greats, the Hall of Fame legend of boxing, a 5-division champion of the world, Sugar Ray Leonard.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues. You can't get a better place to fight.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. The time has finally arrived. These two men have been jawing at each other for months. The talking is finally over. Now it's time to fight. Looking to land the hook. How about that time counter shot? They're giving us a high-tempo show. Misses with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny skies.
This is taking boxing back to its roots. Outside, where you've got the crowd there, you can hear everything, you've got the breeze of the wind, you've got the heat of the sun. You know when you're doing this? Your feet are on fire. They're on fire in the ring.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They miss with the jab. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something. Come on. And there's the bell to start round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fight has a real good flow to it. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
counter shot lands. That punch lands. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Missing with that jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. He threw a punch and just got countered. Didn't land that jab. Nice job getting that punch through. Perfect counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter. The courage on display here is incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch caught him clean. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Left hook just missed. Trying to land that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that. Back into the fray here in round 5. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there. These guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. And it hurts. I mean, you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
And he scores with the counter. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. That left hook missed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They threw the hook. It didn't land. You don't want to trade shots. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all three judges. On to the 6th round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Counter punches have to hurt. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
You'd like to see more jabs. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
The straight right just misses. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Counter punch. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. That jab misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, here comes round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
He missed with that jab. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Both men step back for just a moment. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What a shot! And it's over! A home run swing! And that will do it here! And there's no doubt about it as we see it again. That body shot did them in.
Even I...
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.